Love doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes, it arrives quietly, like a soft breeze that changes everything before you even realize it. A man who is secretly falling for you may not say the words, "I like you," or "I'm in love with you," but his heart will start showing the truth in silent and unexpected ways. Psychology says that when someone has strong feelings for a person, their behaviors shift automatically. Their actions reveal emotions that the mind is still trying to hide. And this is especially true for men. While women are often encouraged to express what they feel, many men are taught to protect their emotions, stay strong, and not appear vulnerable. So instead of confessing directly, they leave clues, small gestures that speak louder than any words ever could. You may notice him watching you more than others, smiling without meaning to, or showing up at the right moment when you need someone. He might become protective of you in subtle ways, stepping in front of danger, checking if you're safe, or simply making sure you're okay. He could remember things you casually mentioned once, even if you forgot. Why? Because you are important to him. Your happiness matters. Your presence affects him more deeply than he ever planned. Sometimes he becomes nervous around you. Sometimes he tries to impress you without looking obvious. Sometimes he gets a little jealous but quickly hides it behind a forced smile. He might not be ready to speak his heart out loud yet, but his behavior already has. If you have ever found yourself wondering whether he feels something more, if you have noticed little shifts in his energy, if his eyes try to find you in every room, then maybe his heart has already chosen you. Love doesn't always enter your life with fireworks. Sometimes it whispers, quietly, hoping you'll listen. Think about this for a moment. Who checks on you more than necessary? Who notices when you're sad even before you admit it? Who tries to make you laugh when you're hurting? Who stands by you without asking for anything in return? That man may not have confessed yet, not because he doesn't care, but because he cares so much that he is afraid of losing you, afraid of rushing, afraid you might not feel the same way. So he loves you silently, not with big speeches, but with small actions. Not with dramatic gestures, but with consistent presence. Not with promises, but with effort. These are the subtle signs that reveal the hidden truth. He is falling, and he hopes you notice. Today, we are going to explore the 15 silent signs a man shows when he is secretly falling in love with you. Signs that go deeper than words, signs that come from the heart, and signs that may already be happening right in front of you. Let's begin. 1. He looks at you longer than necessary. Psychology explains. When a man is secretly falling for you, his eyes will betray what his words are still afraid to say. He doesn't always have the courage to express his feelings directly, but his gaze speaks with a softness and depth that is impossible to hide. You'll notice that he looks at you a little longer than normal. In those extra 2 or 3 seconds, there is a whole universe of affection. He studies your smile, observes your tiny expressions, and tries to memorize every detail of your face. That lingering gaze means he feels something special, something he can't fully control. Sometimes he quickly looks away when you catch him staring, not because he doesn't like you, but because he likes you too much. His heart races, and he doesn't want you to see the emotions written in his eyes. Even in a crowded place, his attention keeps returning to you. He wants to make sure you're okay, that you're smiling, that you're comfortable. When a man keeps looking at you like you're the most interesting person in the room, believe me, he is falling for you silently, deeply, and unexpectedly. His eyes have already chosen you, even if his lips haven't said a single word yet. 2. His voice softens whenever he talks to you. Psychology reveals. A man's voice tells the truth long before he ever does. When he secretly loves you, something changes in the way he speaks to you. His tone becomes softer, calmer, and filled with warmth. Even if he has a naturally loud or bold personality, his voice lowers around you, almost like he's afraid to break the moment you both are sharing. He may talk confidently to others, but when he turns to you, a gentleness appears. He chooses his words carefully, making sure nothing he says hurts you. This soft tone is his heart speaking through his voice, a protective instinct activated only by someone who matters deeply. You'll also notice that he becomes more patient while talking to you. He listens, pauses, and responds thoughtfully because every interaction with you feels meaningful to him. He doesn't want the conversation to end too soon. This change happens subconsciously. He may not even notice it himself. His softened voice is his way of saying, "You're special to me. I feel safe with you. I want you to feel comfortable with me too." When a man treats your heart with care, even through the way he speaks, it's a silent confession that is already falling in love with you. 3. He remembers tiny details about you, the hidden truth behind it. When a man is secretly falling for you, nothing you say ever feels small to him. Even the tiniest detail, the way you take your coffee, the story about your childhood, or your favorite song, stays with him like a treasure. He may act casual, but deep down, he's storing every little thing in the softest part of his heart. Why? Because you matter. Psychology says we only remember details about the people who emotionally impact us. So, when he remembers things you said months ago, or brings up a comment you don't even recall making, it's not by accident. It's affection, silent, steady, hopeful affection. He might say things like, "You don't like cold drinks, right? Your interview is today. How did it go? I saw your favorite snack and thought of you." These subtle moments reveal everything. He pays attention not because he's trying to impress you, but because he genuinely cares. Your happiness and comfort have become important to him. When a man remembers the small details most people forget, it means one thing. Your presence has already made a home in his mind, and is quietly falling deeper every single day. For he finds excuses to stay close to you, what his actions are saying. When a man is secretly falling for you, distance becomes his enemy. He doesn't always know how to express his feelings directly, so he uses simple excuses to stay near you. Maybe he sits a little closer than necessary, offers to help you with small things, or lingers even after the conversation is over. To others, it may look casual, but deep inside, he's fighting the urge to be as close to you as he can. He might show up where you are more often than coincidence can explain. "Oh, you're hey, I was just passing by." But truthfully, your presence pulls him in like gravity. He will look for small opportunities, adjusting something near you, handing you a pen, or walking beside you even when he could take another path. Being close to you brings him peace. It allows him to admire you without speaking, feel your energy, and silently protect you if needed. Psychology says, we move closer to the people who feel like home. So when he chooses your side over and over again, not because he has to, but because he wants to, his heart has already made its decision. His actions are quietly saying, "I feel drawn to you, and I don't want to go anywhere else." He gets protective in small, quiet ways, a hidden form of love. When a man is secretly falling for you, he doesn't need to announce his feelings loudly. Instead, his love shows up in small protective gestures. He notices things others ignore, the way someone talks to you, how tired you look, or whether you feel uncomfortable in a situation. And without making a scene, he steps in. He will walk on the roadside so cars pass near him, not you. He'll slow his pace so you don't feel rushed. He'll message to make sure you reach home safely. He'll offer his jacket before you even ask. These actions are quiet, but they come from a deep place. It's instinct. Men protect what they care about. Even if he hasn't admitted his feelings, his heart already has. He may not say, "I love you," but his behavior whispers, "I want you safe. I want you okay. I can't bear the thought of anything hurting you." He won't show this protective side with everyone, only with you. And that's how you'll know. He's not just attracted to you. He's emotionally invested. Your well-being matters more to him than his own comfort. His silent protection is love in its purest form. He smiles at you without realizing it. What his heart can't hide. A man can control his words, his attitude, even his distance, but he cannot control a smile that appears because of you. When he's secretly falling for you, you become the reason behind the soft, genuine smiles he didn't plan. It happens the moment he sees you, hears your voice, or even thinks about something you said. Sometimes he smiles while watching you talk, not because you said something funny, but because he's simply happy that you exist near him. Other times, he'll catch himself smiling and immediately look away, as if he's afraid his heart has betrayed him in public. Psychology says we smile unconsciously at the people who bring us comfort and joy. So when he smiles at your presence more than anyone else's, it means you've become the bright spot of his day. He may try to hide it, biting his lips, looking down, or pretending to be serious again. But that brief, warm smile tells the real story. If someone's face lights up the moment they notice you, they're not just a friend. That is a heart trying quietly, beautifully, to show you that you matter more than you realize. He notices your mood changes instantly because your feelings matter to him. When a man is secretly falling for you, he becomes unusually aware of your emotions. Even the slightest shift in your tone, your expression, or the way you respond, he catches it instantly. Others may overlook your sadness hidden behind a smile, but he notices because his heart is paying attention. He'll ask softly, "Are you okay?" Even when you haven't said a word. If you seem upset, his entire energy changes. He becomes quieter, more worried, trying to figure out what's wrong. Your mood affects his mood. Happiness in your eyes brings peace to him. But if you're hurting, he feels a weight in his own chest. Psychology explains this well. We become emotionally sensitive to the people we deeply care about. So if he reacts immediately when something is off with you, whether you're stressed, tired, or just pretending to be fine, it's because your feelings matter to him more than his own. He wants to protect your heart, comfort your pain, and bring your smile back. He doesn't just notice your emotions. He feels them. That emotional attunement is not friendship. It's love, quiet, attentive, and deeply sincere. He listens more deeply to you than anyone else, the silent proof of his feelings. When a man is secretly falling for you, he doesn't just hear your words, he listens to your heart. He remembers your stories, your fears, your dreams, and the way your eyes shine when you talk about something you love. With you, his attention becomes pure and undivided. He isn't scrolling his phone, isn't distracted, and doesn't rush you. He wants every second with you to matter. Psychology says we listen deeply only to those we care for deeply. So when you speak, he leans closer, nods gently, and shows genuine interest. He asks follow-up questions because he wants to understand you better, not just what you say, but why you feel the way you do. He treasures your trust and honors your emotions. He remembers things like what scares you, what inspires you, what breaks your heart, what you hope for. With you, he is patient. He doesn't interrupt. He doesn't judge. He doesn't forget. Because to him, your voice is comfort, your thoughts are beautiful, and your inner world is worth knowing. This kind of listening isn't a habit. It's attachment. It's admiration. It's love, blooming silently between the lines. His body naturally faces you in every room, the unconscious pull toward you. A man's body reveals the truth long before he ever speaks it. When he's secretly falling for you, his posture changes every time you're near. Without even realizing it, he turns his body toward you, his feet, his chest, his shoulders, all facing you like you're the only direction that feels right. This is called body orientation in psychology, and we do it subconsciously toward people we care about. Even in a group conversation, his attention keeps drifting your way. If someone blocks his view of you, he shifts slightly so he can see you again. His body wants to stay connected to you. Through proximity, through presence, through energy. He might lean in when you talk, lower his head to hear you better, or stand closer than necessary, just to feel part of your space. It's not about touch, it's about connection. This behavior says, you are the person he cares about here. You are the one he notices first and last. Your presence matters the most to him. When a man's body always aligns with you, even when his mind is trying to stay calm, your heart has already become his favorite place to be. His posture is a silent confession that you are the center his soul keeps turning toward. Keycap 10, he gets a little jealous but tries to hide it, the emotion he can't control. Jealousy isn't always loud. Sometimes, it appears in the smallest reactions, a quick change in his expression, a sudden silence, or the way he shifts when someone else gets too close to you. When a man is secretly falling for you, The thought of losing your attention, even for a moment, stings more than he ever expected. He won't admit it, though. He'll pretend he's fine. He'll force a smile. He'll look away, trying to hide the worry in his eyes. But his heart gives him away. When another guy compliments you, he listens too closely. When someone else makes you laugh, he becomes quieter. When you talk about another man, he changes the subject. It isn't that he wants to control you. He simply fears you might choose someone else. You matter to him more than is ready to confess. And that fear shows up as quiet jealousy. Psychology says, jealousy is strongest when feelings are real. So if he gets a little uneasy when someone else takes the space he wishes he had, if his mood shifts when another man gets your attention, then his heart has already chosen you. He's just waiting for the courage to say it out loud. Hash hash. He prioritizes your happiness over his comfort, love in its purest form. When a man is secretly falling for you, your happiness becomes more important to him than his own comfort. He may not confess his feelings openly, but the way he cares for you gives everything away. He'll go out of his way to make sure you smile, even if it means changing his plans, bending his routine, or stepping out of his comfort zone. If you're cold, he'll offer his jacket without thinking twice. If you're upset, he'll drop everything to listen. If you need help, he'll show up. No excuses, no hesitation. He notices what makes you feel safe, what makes you laugh, and what calms your heart, and he tries to bring you more of that. Not because he wants anything in return, but because your joy brings him joy. Psychology tells us, we invest effort only into the people who matter emotionally. So when he does small sacrifices for you, gives you the last bite of his food, waits for you, supports you even when he's tired, these actions speak the truth he's afraid to say. Your happiness is my happiness. You are worth every effort. This quiet devotion is not friendship. It's love, selfless, sincere, and growing stronger every day. Hash hash, his friends tease him when you're around, because they already know. Friends notice everything, especially the things he tries hardest to hide. When a man is secretly falling for you, his friends become the unexpected truth-tellers. They see the way he looks at you, how suddenly he becomes shy or extra caring, and how his entire behavior shifts the moment you enter the room. So what do? They tease him, not to embarrass him, but because they can see the feelings he's desperately trying to keep quiet. They might nudge him, smile knowingly, or make playful comments like, "Your girl is here. Go talk to her, man. Look who just walked in." When they joke, he gets flustered, laughs it off, looks down, or quickly changes the subject. That reaction speaks volumes. If there were no feelings, there would be nothing to tease about. Psychology says, friends are the first to notice when a man falls in love. They see his excitement when he knows he'll meet you. They see his nervousness around you. They see the smile he tries to hide. So if his friends tease him when you're around, it means they have already figured out the truth. He likes you. They know it. And they are waiting for you to see it too. Hash hash, he opens up to you about personal things because he trusts you with his heart. Men don't open their hearts easily. They are taught to stay strong, stay silent, and handle everything alone. So when he starts sharing parts of his life that he doesn't talk about with anyone else, his fears, his past pain, his dreams, his insecurities, it means something powerful is happening. He feels safe with you. He feels understood by you. He feels lighter when he talks to you. He doesn't worry about being judged or misunderstood. Instead, he lets you see the raw, vulnerable side that he hides from the world. He may tell you about a childhood memory that shaped him, or a heartbreak he never healed from, or the future he secretly hopes for. Psychology says, we only reveal our deepest truths to people we trust emotionally. So when he opens up, it is his heart choosing you, quietly, but sincerely. He wants you to know the real him, beyond the smile, beyond the confidence, beyond the walls he usually keeps up. He doesn't just want to impress you. He wants to connect with you. And that connection, that deep emotional honesty, is the clearest sign that he's falling in love, even if he hasn't found the courage to admit it yet. Hash hash, he checks on you more than necessary, because he truly cares. When a man is secretly falling for you, he doesn't wait for a reason to talk to you. He creates one. He may message you just to ask if you've eaten, how your day is going, or whether you reached home safely. These small check-ins are not random. They are tiny threads of care that he keeps tying between your heart and his. He notices when you're stressed, when you sound tired, when something feels off, and suddenly, he's there, asking questions, offering help, trying to make things easier for you. Even if he has a busy day, he still takes a moment to check on you because your well-being is always on his mind. Psychology says, we stay emotionally connected to the people we fear losing. So when he checks in too often, it's not annoyance, it's affection. It's his way of saying, I want to be a part of your life. I worry about you more than you know. I feel better when I know you're okay. He doesn't need you to depend on him. He just wants to be someone you can rely on. His consistent care reveals the truth. He's not just interested in you. He's emotionally invested in you. He shows up when you need him, without being asked. When a man is secretly falling for you, he doesn't wait for you to call for help. He appears the moment he senses you might need someone. He pays attention to what you're going through, and he steps forward before you even gather the courage to ask. His heart is already listening. If you're feeling low, he stays longer. If you're alone, he keeps you company. If life gets heavy, he carries a little of your weight without complaint. He's there when days are rough, when nights feel lonely, when you're trying to be strong but can't anymore. Others may disappear when things get difficult, but he stays consistently, quietly, wholeheartedly. Psychology says, a man's presence during your worst moments reveals his truest feelings. He may not express his love out loud, but his actions whisper clearly, I won't let you face this alone. Your pain matters to me. I choose you every time. He doesn't just show up for good times. He shows up when you're breaking, when you're tired, when you need someone the most. Because to him, you aren't just another person. You are the one his heart has already chosen. Silently, strongly, and beautifully.